Hey guys, Matt here. So I asked ChatGPT to make a YouTube script talking about 3 reasons not to buy Gevo. Now, I wasn't planning on using the script like verbatim in a video. I just wanted to see what the program will come back with. And I gotta say, the reasons that ChatGPT gave, they were good arguments. So let's go over them. So the first reason it gave was the stock price. And I gotta say, I immediately agreed with this. And I guess, well, I mean, the stock price for Gevo right now has been kind of a problem. I think everyone will agree to that. And I guess it depends on when you bought Gevo and how long you expect to hold the stock. Like, for example, if you bought Gevo today with the intention of selling it, I guess a year from now, a year and a half from now, you might be in for a rocky time, especially with the way the economy is going. I mean, let's take a look at Gevo's stock price right now. So just taking a look at a 5-year chart, I mean, for starters, it's down 82.4% in the past 5 years. And honestly, unless you bought Gevo somewhere in this time period right here, I guess 2020 to early 2021, I mean, you're probably not having a great time right now. But I gotta say, if you bought Gevo in this time period and you saw it get this high, now this is with the help of hindsight, I hope you sold around here. I really hope you did. If I bought Gevo around here and it came up to here, again, in hindsight, yeah, I hope I would have sold. But yeah, Gevo's price fluctuations are not doing great at all. And given the economy and the way things are going this year and maybe in the next year, who knows what the stock price is going to do in the short term. Like, if you asked me a year ago if I thought Gevo was going to go below $1, I would have said probably not. But now, given how everything is going, it might do that. It might just do that. And in my opinion, there's nothing Gevo is going to be able to do about it until it produces some sort of catalyst, some sort of revenue. Reason 2, dependence on government incentives. Now, I strongly agree with this. If you watch some of my previous Gevo videos, yeah, I strongly agree with this. One of the 2 things that can go wrong, majorly reasonably wrong with Gevo over the next few years. One, Gevo fails to build the Net Zero 1 plant, which means that all of the billions of dollars of contracts that it has with the airlines, Delta and so on, they get canceled and Gevo falls apart. That's the first thing that can go wrong. The second thing that can go wrong is some kind of a breakdown of government incentives. Gevo, at least over the next few years, a lot of their revenue depends on handouts from the government. Now, the libertarian in me, I've said this many times before, the libertarian in me does not like this at all. I mean, as a Gevo shareholder, yeah, I'm here to make money. I plan on holding the stock till at least 2025, and then after that, I will play it by ear. So I'm good until then, but yeah, I don't like this. I mean, let me show you this right here. Let's take a look at Gevo's latest quarterly report, just the revenue part. This says everything I need to say. The revenue came in at $545K, which was a huge jump over last year. Don't get me wrong. It's a huge improvement, but this is before they're still waiting on the carb credits to go into effect, which if we go here, right now there's a lag because of reasons. And because of that lag, I mean, this was supposed to be a few million, I think. A few million in revenue for this quarter. And that's the difference between carb. It's a few million versus this. So, I mean, the carb is going to go into effect in a few months, which is great for Gevo. But the fact is that Gevo is pretty dependent, at least in the short term, on these government handouts. Now, there isn't any indication that the government's going to change that stance, but I mean, come 2025, maybe a little later, we get a new administration in that has a different ideology on these incentives, and they get put into jeopardy. I mean, that could, pose a threat to Gevo. Now, again, I plan on holding the stock until 2025 and then maybe selling after that. So I'm not too worried about that. I think the government will stay pretty focused on renewable energy, at least until 2025, which is the life of my investment. The third reason is competition. Now, I'm not too worried about this for now. I do agree with it, but I mean, that's something that's going to be a factor over, a while from now. Because right now, Gevo already has the customers. They already have contracts signed. Assuming Gevo builds a plant and builds the plant on time, like they are going to get, 2.2, I think, or 2.8 in revenue per year, which is already a huge jump. Like that money is already there, signed, ready to go. Gevo has to do the work. So I'm not worried about competition in the short term, or at least over the next few years. Now, once Gevo actually proves itself to be a success, years down the line, yeah, I fully expect different companies to start making his own competitive products and eventually start eating away at Gevo's market share. But we're talking, I would say, well after 2028 before I even have to worry about that. And depending on how things go, I will probably already be out of the stock by then, and I will hopefully have taken my profits. So I'm not too worried about this in the meantime, but if I end up holding Gevo longer than 2028, let's just say things go very well, that is something I need to watch out for. ChatGPT has some pretty good arguments in my opinion. Now, I still remain bullish on the stock, obviously. Like, I'm still going to hold Gevo, but every once in a while, I like to listen to arguments that oppose my position on the stock. And, ChatGPT has proven a great source of that. But anyways, take care, have a great day, and eat your vegetables.